Great. Well, good morning. I'm Brian Chapman, and I am the business manager for the Amazon Affiliate Program. And I'm here to talk about driving digital product monetization and taking advantage of what's clearly a huge and growing trend in content, specifically in media products. The goal today is really to get actionable and both evaluate the opportunity space, the growing categories of digital media products, and then really figure out what are the best practices in driving a volume of purchases of those digital products. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Obviously, this is going to have a little bit of an Amazon skew. That's where we come from. That's where our experiences lie. But we see these a lot of these examples are going to be really easily transferable to other programs, other merchants. So don't hold that against us. Now we're going to be coming back to the tweet and Facebook. Let's see, text and tweeting questions at the end. So feel free to hit those as we go forward. So just a quick brief overview. I'm sure this is a review for most, but the Amazon Associates program, what we call our affiliate program, it's basically an opportunity for all sizes of publishers to go to our portals, grab product links, banners, and widgets that drive traffic from affiliate sites to Amazon. Once the users are on Amazon, if they purchase something within 24 hours, we pay that affiliate a revenue share. And that can range from 4% for electronics purchases all the way to 10% for digital, some of our digital categories. So just a little overview of kind of our program, one of the web's oldest and biggest. So, no surprise, huge growth in e-commerce. This is really the backbone of when we think about a digital purchase. A lot of this really comes out of purchase behavior that's happening in physical goods. Clearly, we continue to see growth and share shift from physical retail into e-commerce. No surprise. Forrester, some projections, if you can read them from the back, on across categories, this is beyond digital categories, kind of the overview here. Forrester predicts by 2012 that categories such as apparel, that 18% of their transactions will occur in an online environment. So this is again kind of the context where digital comes into the picture. So today we're going to talk mostly about digital products and specifically music, kind of the most mature digital product group around, as well as video, ebooks, kind of near and dear to our heart, software downloads, and digital video games. Digital turtles will not be covered. This is a virtual good that was part of Fishville, a social media game selling a virtual currency that also had a charitable contribution to Audubon Society for the Gulf oil spill. So this also kind of represents kind of the even more bleeding edge digital product space. We're not going to cover that virtual goods space much, but we think a lot of these examples will translate into these other areas. So digital music. No surprise here, huge growth in digital music, with Forrester projecting that half of music purchases will occur in the digital format in 2011, and that CDs will be actually surpassed in 2012. So this is a no surprise to all of us with iPods. Digital video, a little bit different, a little more nascent market space, where we have still quite rapid growth, lots of opportunity in this space. We're going to get a little more detailed on this as we go along. PC game digital downloads, kind of quietly becoming digital becoming a major distribution point for video games, and PC games now almost pulling head to head back in 2009 with their physical counterparts. Now, kind of an Amazon focus here with the Kindle. This is a quote from July from our CEO, Jeff Bezos. 143 ebooks for every 100 hardbacks. That was a milestone in July. All I can say publicly is that we've seen a continued trend of Kindle sales outpacing hardback sales. Now, into this space, we've got as I mentioned, each of these spaces kind of have their own little constellation of suppliers and merchants, with some being more mature than others. We have dominance of iTunes, obviously, in music, but you have a category such as digital video that's still very much up for grabs, and a lot of really new players such as Best Buy jumping into the fray, and even Amazon into the video on demand space. Again, Kindle and Apple, Nook, these are all kind of the stuff of TechCrunch, but worth mentioning. So into this growth opportunity, we've seen several pure play digital affiliate networks arise, ClickBank, Digital River, and Revenue Wire, as well as traditional programs such as our program, Commission Junction, and Linkshare, offering functionality to affiliatize and monetize digital product transactions. So that's sort of, very quickly the kind of opportunity space. Let's talk a little more tangibly about what's hard, what are the challenges about advertising digital products. Well, it really all stems from the shift in consumer behavior and the expectations of the consumer. And I think the first bullet really speaks to this structural delta in price between a digital product and its physical counterpart. And this is in large part to the result of efficiencies in digital distribution, in manufacturing, obviously, but it's also about luring folks into the digital space who traditionally have been focused on physical products. So the other challenges we're going to touch on are kind of the uncertainty around, I've got this DRM versus open bullet, really around kind of ownership, different platform usage, as well as purchase, the requirement, the gating parameter to purchase what's a potentially expensive special device to consume digital content. That's obviously can be a gate blocker for folks, as well as internet bandwidth constraints in mostly the developing market, but certainly broadband adoption is largely a gating factor. So how do we make money in this space as an affiliate, as a publisher? Well, let's talk about the low average selling price. Here's a great example. The hardback is $18.48. The Kindle version, $9.99. So right there we have a 46% discount that we're selling this relatively the same good for. Shifting to music, we have the CD is $11.99 and the MP3 album is $8.99. That's a 25% discount. When we think about kind of the opportunity cost of promoting digital, these issues become very significant. And the low average selling price in DVD, here we have an example of $17.49 for the physical product and $11.99 for the video on demand product with an even lower revenue opportunity in rental, a rental option that really isn't available, at least in the e-commerce space, until this kind of digital product. So what do we do about this low average selling price for digital goods and overcoming this hurdle? Well, I think this point of upsell, I think really the main theme here is really continuing to focus on matching the right media product with the right page. That kind of curation can make all the difference in terms of driving the volume you need to see to really kind of overcome the impact that a lower purchase price can have. Also, you know, there's opportunities to be sharp about cross-sell and in sort of bundling opportunities. Real obvious one being driving to an MP3 album rather than a particular track. That can kind of drive that average purchase price up. And then, you know, clearly driving other category purchases can be key as well. I think another we'll show you some examples in a bit here, but another big opportunity is providing dual promotion for both the physical and the digital good. Sounds obvious, but there's really an opportunity to kind of grow the pie. When the user is really focused in on a particular piece of content, you know, the format, offering for format choices is really, can be really powerful. This is something that, you know, as a merchant, you know, we try to solve this on the landing page, but it's something we can bring further forward in the promotion kind of process. And then obviously, you know, this is a volume game. And how we make up for the volume game is also just emphasizing the price benefits and the convenience benefits of digital products so that we can drive lots of repeat purchases. So again, if we can kind of go back, maybe some of us have adopted digital. I don't know, how many of you have a Kindle? I don't know. Okay, not as many as I thought. There's opportunity in the crowd. But the you know, a lot of, you know, if we kind of go put ourselves in the mind of your readers, of your users, you know, so many of them are maybe skeptical about trading off the benefits of the physical, tangible product versus maybe an experience that they're not used to. In addition, there's sort of just question marks around what does ownership mean in this kind of a digital environment. What if I can't see the spines of the books in my bookshelf as a symbol that I own this many books? You know, but I have some sort of nebulous concept of a list of pieces of content in the cloud. You know, is that going to get me to purchase? So these are issues that to really try to overcome with some of the value props of digital content. And you know, these are just some examples and thought starters. But one is just the availability or the range, the selection within digital. I mean, the major digital product catalogs are you know, millions of items. And also, you know, we'll come back to this a little bit down the way here, but you know, over 2 million free books are available on almost any e-reader platform. In addition, there's kind of the flexibility and accessibility of these new formats. Again, using the ebooks example of being able to have different sized text and potentially benefit from a text-to-speech capability. There's, you know, portability and storage. Maybe there's a long-term cost story of buying into a new standard and then benefiting from the downstream free and discounted assets, pieces of content you're going to consume down the line. There's also obviously security and even environmental benefits as well. So those are pretty obvious, but let's just talk a little about an example. This is from Polyvore, which is a kind of a social trends site where it kind of contextually the ability the user, the kind of user or author in this case, has the ability to select albums that then have a widget that enables users to listen to a sample and then buy the album right there on the page. And this is just sort of speaks to another side benefit of digital is the ability to enrich the experience for your readers and your users. There's a whole range of free, discounted, and sample materials that can be had and really integrated into your page content, making it a more sticky experience. These are just some more examples. We have the Random House Books widget, which allows 2 or 3 chapters to be seen in the page of an affiliate website. We've got our MP3 widget, which allows for the affiliate to curate a list of songs or select an entire album. Users have this very interactive opportunity to select and listen to individual tracks. And then, of course, purchase them. Similarly, the Hulu widget is an excellent example that allows for rich content to be placed directly in your pages. Again, adding value beyond the monetization alone. So, a big lever in inducing trial and in kind of bridging this customer behavior divide is our free tracks or free books or free trials. This is a big benefit. Maybe we've used these as consumers, but one thing we've seen time and time again is our most effective affiliate partners make a strong use of the free offerings that exist and really offer a pretty extensive list of ways to discover free content, basically. This is maybe a no-brainer, but really powerful in both our MP3 and our Kindle book business. This is another example of kind of what I mentioned around co-marketing, co-promoting multi-format media assets. We did some extensive testing I'll walk you through, but bottom line, the opportunity to provide contextually a call to action for both the physical and the digital product can really grow the pie. Here's another example in our Carousel widget, but so you guys get the drift here. We actually tested this in an A/B style, trying to figure out whether we're cannibalizing ourselves or kind of distracting users from what might be a bigger purchase opportunity in the physical product. And we found that overall we increased in this test the actual downstream revenue by 22%. So this is just one of several tests that we've run. They all seem to show that allowing users to have this kind of choice on your page is really powerful. This is an example of what we as a merchant try to do, and what I think effective merchants do is offer the ability to move into different formats in the landing page. This is really critical. We're rolling this out. This is a new functionality, but the ability to do free trial from a Kindle ad is coming out soon. This is we think based on our learnings in the video and in MP3 space is really going to make this a successful way to promote books as well. Another way to think about this, there's an opportunity to leverage this. Again, we've got free content, we've got samples. There's also just discounted content in this space and periodic discounts. We have an ongoing promotion of 100 MP3 albums for $5 or X MP3 albums for $5. This is just an example. There's plenty of these out there. Putting some content or some kind of experience around current deals can really be powerful in driving repeat business, and again, getting that volume of conversion to overcome some of the price deltas. This is another example from the digital movies area. So let's do just a quick exercise of mapping some of these activities to the purchase funnel. We start with awareness. I think typically as in affiliate marketing, we're thinking about pretty low funnel, very, very kind of specific content that monetizes well in an affiliate through affiliate linking. But I think this is an area where we kind of need to open the aperture and think about getting users comfortable with or even aware of the pros and cons and the benefits of digital products. So I think the opportunities here we called out are leveraging social media and then also kind of leveraging social engagement. And a couple examples. This example is our site stripe capability on Amazon through our Amazon Associates program. When you're logged in as an associate, you sort of see this dark gray bar that allows you to quickly tweet or post to your blog or post to Facebook. This is just something you can use this functionality to talk about digital items. And this is another really nice example from Sound Unwound, which is a wiki, sort of a music wiki environment. This basically is a little quiz that enables users to identify specific albums that relate to, or that the clip is from. And actually, there's a competitive element. It's very engaging. While kind of interwoven is the messaging and merchandising for the Amazon MP3 products, basically. Talking about consideration, we've talked about some of these, but we see free samples as a way to kind of drive that consideration activity and behavior for your users. Also, product reviews. This is an outside Amazon case study from HarperCollins, but they saw a 30% lift in pre-orders when they were able to include a sort of sneak peek sampling of a upcoming important release for them. So this is certainly a broader trend in terms of driving sampling behavior. It drives this consideration, moves people down the funnel. Now, in terms of getting people to convert, we really see the free ecosystem, if you will, the free opportunities in digital as a way to get people to try this thing, whether it's to download a client or download the software. This is a tried and true lever. And then also, obviously there's just the blocking tackling of landing page optimization. Finally, again, where this actually, where you actually can overcome the kind of lost kind of average purchase revenue is through loyalty, through ongoing transactions and repeat transactions. And this is where, again, kind of showcasing time-sensitive deals, the free content, can really build loyalty within your site. This is something we've seen in our best performing affiliates in these areas. So that was quicker than I expected, but we're gonna go take some questions. I'm gonna pop up to Twitter to see if we got lucky with some tweets, some texts. It's at the very beginning. No responses received. It's really okay. Yes.
So I'm a merchant now at strongrunning.com, which is an ebook for runners with running injuries, a niche product. And I'm very new. It's like been live for 2 weeks, and I'm testing on my own. But what I'm seeing with my limited tests is already about half of the customers who are purchasing the ebook are asking for a physical hard copy as well, which would be a great upsell opportunity. Wanted to see if you had any specific vendor recommendations for those who would like the fulfillment of the hard
Sure, sure. The question is really around going from an e-format to a physical format from a content content creation perspective. And I don't know that space super well. I do know that we have several means of, not to be too self-promoting, but we do have several means of publishing physical books, both kind of on a, anyway, we've all different models on that. So I definitely would suggest engaging with Amazon, and our Create Space division can help with that. Sorry.
I believe Ecommerce has a program also that does hardback fulfillment.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be tied into the ebook, but
Yep.
that would be a company that you could get the account with and have a direct relationship.
Yep. So that comment was just that Ingram is another company that provides hardback fulfillment and production. That's great. Any other questions?
Can you cycle through, while we're just waiting, can you cycle back to the slides so I can finish taking the notes for went through too fast?
Well, there's a value judgment in there, I think. These slides will be available online, and maybe if there's any, is there a specific area that we should touch on? I could do it while we're answering other questions, but.
I figured just while you're answering questions too.
Okay, sounds good. Sorry.
Obviously, your background's in digital content with Amazon. I know that you really favor the Kindle platform, but I'm interested in ebooks as well as a primary platform for content. And what I've run into, the problems I've run into is there's really no good information sources for creating ebooks. I mean, everybody says you put them in HTML or PDF format. Most book readers will read them. But could you go on a little bit about the differences between the different, I guess you'd say, the different compilers that these books will read, the different platforms that they're based on?
You know, it isn't actually my focus, but I know that there's PDF formats and other proprietary formats. We could definitely put you in touch with resources at Amazon if we follow up at the end here. The question was just around how to navigate the different formats of ebooks from a content creation perspective.
Also, that's one of the things that, when you're upselling these digital books, you want to make sure that the customer buys a book that's readable on his reader.
Right.
Well, aren't they EPUB?
So epub is another format. Yep.
And that's, you can publish on Amazon's Kindle Marketplace with EPUB?
That's yes. I think that's right. Yep.
Do you have that?
Okay. Sorry.
Do you report revenue on digital product purchases the same, like a real-time capacity to people, and so they can do revenue recognition on those things quicker than waiting for transactions to close?
I believe that we follow the same standard as the rest of our program with digital. Yeah. Did you have a question?
Yeah, I was curious if you had any stats on the free books in the Kindle Marketplace. Like if they're getting downloaded, I'm assuming that you guys have stats, but I wondered if you had them, or if you had any idea what kind of numbers we're looking at as far as free downloads.
We do an enormous amount of free downloads. I can't share a specific number. I don't know if my cohort here has a more specific answer.
There's no one answer for that. I think the best way to pay attention to that from your perspective is what's being promoted. And that will spike velocity, usually it's driven by interest and by what bigger general audience is looking for.
Like what's being featured on Amazon itself. I didn't notice a lot of free stuff. Maybe a month ago, I used the Kindle app.
Mhm.
It's not like a device, I don't actually have a Kindle, but I have a Kindle. Which I thought was brilliant. But I was just curious if you're seeing a lot of traffic to the free downloads.
Yeah, we are, and we're improving our ability to kind of navigate the free specifically free Kindle books, but we do have quite a few, and it's a big part of our business.
So there's
Isaac,
a programmatic answer to that as well. You know Amazon bestsellers at all, the list for every category? And there's RSS feeds. If you go to any bestseller page in Amazon, there's a bestseller page. And it's all driven by the same engine. And you can get an RSS feed for something general to the entire category, or you can narrow all of it down. In music, for instance, you can get bestsellers across the board for Amazon MP3 music downloads, or you can get all the way down to country, folk music, or what have you. And now, recently, we broke it up. I know this is true for digital music. I believe it's true for Kindle. The bestseller list is now broken up between free and paid. So if you want to start generating lead generation, start getting the frequency up, start having more to talk about where users want to engage deeper, those bestsellers by free will also create that compelling interface, as well as most likely tell you what's being sold most, because bestsellers are now most
sorry.
Sorry, just another redirect.
Yeah, so Isaac is our product manager on the affiliate team.
Isaac, can you give us a range, even if it's a broad range, of what the actual conversion rate is for upselling successfully from free to purchase for ebooks?
I honestly don't know that. I don't think it's something we would share.
Yeah.
I think the best thing that was in this deck that relates to that is simply the incremental click rate improvements, and just even showing the duality of hardback versus digital format, and the lifts of over 10%. So you can only imagine what the lifts of getting people engagement for free is, and then this is the bulk hack business see across the board. Does that make any sense to you? There's also ways to leverage the Amazon Associates program to start to do A/B tests where you can use different, you can make different link tags in your account. You can make up to 100 on your own, and you can start doing A/B tests on how you position it and which link tag is driving most conversions, so you know what are items do. So there's ways of constructing this with the self-service tools. But I think the most important thing to ask yourself is, what is my audience doing? And what am I doing to meet that audience's demand and interest? And that'll be case by case with your audience. I don't think there's any general answer to what you could do with attach rates from free to pay.
Yeah, recently when I started when I incorporated, I applied for a sales tax permit. And one of the questions on the sales tax permit was I going to be selling products that will be delivered over the, downloaded electronically from companies outside of Texas. And so there's definite sales tax ramifications there. Apparently they want to know if I'm in Texas, they expect me to pay sales tax because there's a presence now for this program in Texas. And I wondered, do these companies usually rebate the sales tax back to the state, or will I be on the hook for sales taxes down the road?
Well, so the question relates to sales tax on digital items. This is a tough one and not one I can really comment on publicly, but all I would say is I'm trying to parse what my lawyers would let me say, but sales tax is a thorny issue. I don't think that there's a lot of liability, for you, but I'm not a lawyer, and I probably can't speak to that specific situation. Any other questions? Okay.
Can I ask one
Yeah,
question?
of course.
Okay. Is it tough to get, like, if I write an ebook in EPUB format,
Mm.
is it tough to get it into the Kindle marketplace? There's a big process?
Well, judging from, sorry, the question is it hard to get your own book published through the Kindle sort of EPUB format? And I think, judging from some recent issues we've had in the press, it's actually pretty easy, I believe, to self-publish through Kindle. But that's something that we can talk offline about. But it's not something that we're focused on a different area of the business. But. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming. Please do take a look at your feedback forms. We'd love to get your feedback. Make sure that we can make this a more useful experience for you next time. And definitely we'll be up here to handle any one-on-one questions you may have. Thank you so much.